Most business owners think that banking is just a place to park your money, but the right business banking setup can literally save you hours every month and protect your cash flow when things get weird. Let's talk about it. Running a business takes more than a great product and a logo that you're proud of. It takes systems, and one of the most overlooked systems is your banking. Because modern business banking isn't just about opening an account. It's organizing cash flow, paying people on time, moving money efficiently, staying on top of what's coming in and what's going out, and having access to funding when growth opportunities show up. So, in this video, we're breaking down the business banking services that actually help owners operate smoother, and why building a banking relationship matters more than just having a business account sitting in the background. And yes, we'll show how Tropical Financial Credit Union fits into this as a trusted financial partner for business owners, from startups to growing companies, with tools, technology, and real people who pick up the phone. Look, a lot of owners believe that business banking starts and ends with a checking account. But the right banking setup becomes an operational advantage. So why does business banking matter entirely? Well, it separates personal and business finances, which makes accounting and taxes way easier, by the way. It creates clean records for bookkeeping. It gives you better visibility into what the business is actually doing, and it makes growth less chaotic. In fact, the SBA is crystal clear on this. One of the key steps to separating personal and business finances is opening a separate business bank account. Here's a real-world example. Imagine if you're running personal and business expenses into one account. You'll eventually be doing what I would call the scroll and guess method. Because what if you had lunch? Was that for yourself, or was that a client meeting? Was that software subscription that you purchased for yourself or for your business? See, all in all, this in itself is not what I would call a system, but rather I would call that future stress. Now that we finished talking about what business banking is and how it's more than just the account itself, now let's dive deeper into talking about what the business checking and saving options are. If there's one thing you need to remember from this whole video, it's this key message: that the right account should match how your business actually runs day to day. So let's talk about business checking, because this is going to be your operations hub, proverbially speaking. Because business checking should support daily transactions, vendor payments, payroll, deposits and receivables, and of course, cash flow management. And depending on your business, you may need low-fee checking, higher transaction limits, ACH and wire capabilities, multiple users and approvals, and scalable features. Now going into business savings, this is going to be your stability builder, because business savings should help you by building reserves, prepare for slow seasons, save for expansion or equipment, and of course, reduce reliance on emergency borrowing. So with the theory out of the way, let's implement that to real life. Think of it as having two buckets. One bucket is your operating account, which means it's the money that moves every day. Then you have the other bucket, which is your reserve account, money that protects the business when a surprise happens. That separation alone can help stop a lot of cash flow panic. Once again, the SBA's guidance on managing business finances highlights the importance of tracking money in and money out, and using your financial statements to project cash flow and plan ahead. All right, now that we've talked about the differences between a business checking and a business savings account, let's talk about the digital banking tools for cash flow management. Modern businesses need modern tools. Simple as that, because time is money. With all of the different digital business banking tools that are out there, this list pretty much summarizes all of those features quite nicely. Those features being, you can check out your balances incredibly quickly. You can monitor transactions in real time. You can send ACH and wires. You can set up alerts and notifications, perhaps monitor for suspicious activity, and finally deposit checks via mobile. So some of the common traits within this list are the fact that there's a lot of visibility. So why does that visibility matter? Well, cash flow issues rarely show up as one big disaster. They tend to show up as, oh, we didn't notice that vendor payment hit early. Oh no, the payroll is tomorrow and 2 invoices are running late. We overdrafted because we didn't see the timing. As we know, cash flow management is widely recognized as a core business health indicator, and many financial institutions publish practical guidance on monitoring and using Treasury tools to reduce risk and improve visibility. Now that we finished talking about the cash flow management tools that are out there, let's now jump into the next section, which is to talk about payroll and payment solutions. As businesses grow, payment systems become just as important as the account itself, because employees don't want, sorry, the transfer is delayed. They want payday, on time, every time. So some business banking tools that can help support this endeavor are payroll processing, employee direct deposit, vendor payments, recurring ACH transfers, and organized payment workflows. In fact, not just Direct Deposit Explainer reinforces how direct deposit through ACH is widely used for payroll and is designed to be reliable and predictable. That being said, if you happen to be paying vendors manually and running payroll by hand, you're one busy week away from a missed payment. Automation reduces errors and ultimately reduces stress. Now that we finished talking about the tangible features that you can utilize for your business, let's talk about the intangibles. And what I mean by that is relationship banking versus just having a business account. I am 95% confident that this is the difference that business owners feel the most. We have 2 options. Option 1, transactional banking, which is open an account, run transactions, pay fees, and call only when something breaks. On the other side, you have relationship banking, which is periodic reviews as the business grows, guidance on optimizing accounts and services, lending conversations aligned to your goals, proactive support and real expertise, and someone who understands your business. So between the 2 of those, which one would you like to choose? So, selfishly, I'm going to move away from some of the generalizations between banks and other financial institutions and talk to you about why local businesses benefit from working with a credit union. Have you ever wondered what the key difference is between credit unions and other financial institutions? Well, credit unions are member-owned, not-for-profit, and built around service, not shareholders. So that begs the question. As a business owner, why does that matter for people like me? Well, you'll get more personalized service, local market understanding, responsiveness, meaning you'll get your answers faster, fewer layers of big bank complexity, and ultimately relationship building becomes more valuable as your business scales. Do you know what the biggest challenge is for business owners all around? That business owners are busy. So banking becomes set it and forget it until fees grow. Your cash flow gets, a little tight. Payroll becomes stressful. Multiple systems end up not talking to each other, and the business outgrows the tools. And at that point, banking feels like friction, not support. So what should business owners do? When banking just works, you don't have to think about it all day. You just focus on running your business, and the systems quietly support you in the background. So with all of that just said, let's bring it home. Business banking is more than a checking account. It's operational infrastructure. The right checking and savings setup supports cash flow and stability. Digital tools save time and improve visibility. Payroll and payments should be reliable and organized. Relationship banking grows with your business. And finally, credit unions offer a member-first model that business owners often value. And ultimately, that's the goal. Spend less time managing money and more time growing your business. And that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you took away something that you applied to your business or you want to learn more about, leave it in the comments below. If you have any comments or questions about other topics, not business related, again, leave it in the comments below. Perhaps we make a video about it someday. As always, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.